Good evening, and thank you all very much. Nancy and I are very grateful and honored to receive the California Republican Assemblyman and Woman of the Decade Award. I can't help but think of what Jack Benny once said when he received an award. He said, "I don't deserve this honor, but then I have arthritis and I don't deserve that either." Well, seriously, this is a very sentimental evening for Nancy and me. More than a quarter of a century ago, I took the oath of office as governor of a state faced with a terrible fiscal crisis. Many of you gathered tonight were part of our original team. Together, we looked at our state government to see if its programs were serving to enlarge government itself or meeting the real demands of the people. It was here that we planted the seeds for what became known as the Reagan Revolution. I really never thought of myself as a revolutionary. After all, we weren't trying to overrun the government. We were merely trying to keep the government from running over us. 14 years later, we stood together again, this time before a nation racked by the plagues of inflation, unemployment, high interest rates, and worst of all, a loss of faith in ourselves. We pledged to restore the American spirit and once again make America the envy of the world. And we did just that. We accomplished this and so much more because of people like you, because you believed in the cause, because you were willing to work diligently to make it happen, and you had an unwavering faith in the human potential. The miraculous decade of the 1980s was just that. But we couldn't have shaped that decade without each and every one of you here tonight. You were right beside us every step of the way, and words cannot adequately express our gratitude for your support and prayers all those years. But there is still so much work to do. There are still nations in every corner of the globe struggling for their freedoms, desperately fighting for the basic rights that you and I enjoy. Here at home, false values attack the innocence of our children and the safety of the public. We are faced with a new group in Washington who is lying awake at night thinking up new ways for government to spend our money. I've always believed that no government, however well-intentioned, no leader, however brilliant, can successfully make the choices that will create prosperity for millions of people and business. Yes, the government has an important role, but that role should be to help individuals succeed, not to stand in their way. That is why it is so important that all of you continue your work. During this crucial time and in the face of upcoming elections, millions across California and our country look to the California Republican Assembly to stand for the unchanging values of faith and family. CRA must keep working and producing solid conservative candidates for office at all levels of government. And I hope that my fellow Californians will join the CRA team and get involved with the local chapters. Now and then you may get discouraged, convinced that your efforts are going unnoticed. Well, let me tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. Nancy and I were so grateful for every envelope you ever stuffed, every precinct you ever walked, and every voter you ever telephoned on election day. So please, never give up. Remember, we will be with you in spirit every step of the way, walking beside you as you proclaim the conservative ideals of our grand old party. Thank you for honoring Nancy and me in this way. We will always cherish the friendship that we share with the members of the California Republican Assembly. We hope we will have the opportunity to see many of you in the near future. Thank you, and God bless you.